And hello in the speaker Yugioh, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a deck profile for you guys. This is Unchained. So Unchained got some support with the release of Duelist Nexus. It's actually quite good. I decided to, I have my Unchained core, so let's just throw the stuff in and take it to a tournament. So I took it to my locals today, and I went 2-1. I beat Dragon Link, and I beat Pearly, and I lost to Labyrinth. So I'm honestly overall pretty satisfied with how well the deck did, and above all, it was just a lot of fun. So I want to take a little bit of time and show you maybe just a kind of a proof of concept, just to kind of see what Unchained might look like in the TCG post Duelist Nexus. Keep in mind that this is the OCG, so I am playing things like Max C and additional copies of Called By, but I do think the ratios, I think, generally speaking, shouldn't change. So any further ado, let's just get into the deck. We're starting off with the twins, I guess the triplets now. 3 Aroha, 3 Rakia, 2 Sarama. You don't need a third, I think. And then 1 dog, and then 1 Abominable Unchained Soul. I don't think you need more than 1. He is a bit of a brick if you draw him. You don't really want to see him. You want to summon out of your deck. But he does help in OTKing. He is still really good. You just don't want to see him. So that's for and then for the new cards, we have more Unchained Souls. We have Unchained Soul Shabara. So you know what this card does? During either player's main phase, you can target a face-up fiend you control or 1 set card you control. Destroy, and if you do summon this card from your hand, and then while summoned by this effect, while it's on the field, you're locked into fiends. And then if this card is set to the graveyard, you can set an Unchained Spell, the trap card, directly from your deck. He is crazy good. He's basically just an extra copy of Autohelp, but he's an Unchained Soul. And then the other one is Unchained Soul Shuyama. Shuyama is unfortunately not that great. He is a brick. He is why I lost the games against Labyrinth, because I drew him when I didn't need to. So if you don't know what he does, you can target a card on the field, destroy it, and then you can target 1 card you control, destroy it, and then destroy a spell with trap on the field. And then if he's in your graveyard, you can target a set card or 1 fiend monster you control, destroy it, and if you do summon this card, but put him on the bottom of the deck when he leaves the field. He is necessary for the deck, I think. There are combos with him where you have to pop the dog to get him back. But again, you don't want to see him in your hand. You don't want to summon him out of the deck. But at least Abominable Unchained Soul is better to see in your hand than this guy is. That does it for the Unchained monsters themselves. Going on into the other tech cards, which I think they kind of make up half of the monsters. We have 2 Tour Guide and 1 Fiendish Rhino. There should be a 3rd Tour Guide, I just couldn't find it. Fiendish Rhino is really good because he can send Shabara, which will dump, which will set an Unchained Spell or Trap. This is useful because you will go into the Unchained Link monster with this, the new one. And so basically Tour Guide is a 1-card combo if you can get it off. And worst case, these are both fiends, so you can destroy them. This deck was initially playing Live Twins, but Live Twins are Cybers monsters, so you can't destroy them with your own Shabara, or mainly your Shabara. I'm going to keep calling them Shabara. So. And then as for the other cards, these are just general stuff. 2 Radiant and a Gamma Seal. Admittedly, there probably should be 3 Radiant instead of 2 and 1. The reason why I figure Gamma Seal, the whole reason behind Radiant is just because this deck really struggles against Pearly, I thought. Right? You can't really do anything to a Noir with 5 materials. So that's what the Kaijus are for. The reason why I went with Radiant is because it is a fiend. Right? If you are locked with Shabara, because Shabara's effect applies as long as it's on the field, not just Autohelp where it locks you for the turn, right? In that event, you can sack it off for Radiant. Generally speaking, I don't think it matters. You could probably play 3 Gamma Seals and be fine. But just in the off chance where the type does come up, that's why I went with Radiant. And then 3 Ash, 2 Ogre. Ogre did come up, actually. The reason I put it in was because this is counter for Super Happy Samurai, right? Destroy Wakayushi in scale. You could destroy the Pearly's monsters and they try to Xyz summon. This actually did come up. I did Ogre my friend Pearly, and I think that kind of helped me win the game. So I do think Ogre was really useful. I'm glad I put it in. And then of course this is the OCG. 3 Max C. This could be another hand trap though. Ghost Bell, Curry Card of Incarnate, Biru if you really wanted to. But yeah, that does it for the main monsters. Going into the spells, you don't have a lot of spells. Only 3 Abomination's Prison and 1 Talents. This probably should have been the 3rd Tour Guide, but again, I couldn't find it. And then 2 Call By. Now for the traps. The traps are much more important in Unchained. We have 3, I think this is This, what is this? Abominable Prison of the Unchained? I forget what it's called. This card, and then to escape, you could probably switch the ratios around, maybe do 3-3, or make a 3-3-2. I went with this just because I feel like this has more potential in the mid to late game, right? Because you get stuff back out of your graveyard. But this card is certainly much better going first because it is a Scrap Dragon. Just pop 2 things. A lot of Unchained combos that I have seen do go for this instead, but I did like having the 3 prison. I want to look up what this name is. I'll put it on the screen. And then the last 3 cards, 3 Imperm. If you want to know how I beat Pearly, I Impermed his Lily 3 times in a row. It was really funny. He summoned Lily, I Impermed it, then I killed it. He summoned another one, I Impermed it, I killed it. And then for my top deck, because we both bricked pretty hard, I top decked the 3rd Imperm. And then he summoned the 3rd Lily, and I Impermed it, and I won. So, yeah, Imperm was really good. Alright, that's it for the main deck. It's a 42-card main deck. Going on into the extra, we have 2 Rage and 2 Anguish. I mean, probably could bump this up to 3, but this doesn't really matter. I did have games when I was testing back when I played Live Twins, having only 1 Anguish, but I kind of like having the second one just in case. I feel like I made... Anguish came up, I think, more than Rage. Rage usually got outed. But whenever I made this thing, it helped me win the game. And then for the new Unchained Soul, this is Unchained Soul King Yama. So if this card requires 2 Fiends, that's why I play Tour Guide. If this card is special summoned, not link summoned, special summoned, you can add a Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And the second effect is if it's in your graveyard, and a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and then summon a Fiend from your hand or graveyard. Then if you want, you can destroy 1 card you control. This thing is incredible. This is incredible, and this is partly why we are playing Tour Guide, right? If you go Tour Guide and to make this thing, you can send the Fiendish Rhino. Rhino will set a card. Rhino will send Shabara, which sets a card. And then with Yama, you switch Aroha, and Aroha can do your full combo. Yeah, the Yama is crazy. You probably don't need this many. You could maybe cut it down to 2. I don't think I made more than 1 per game, but yeah, he was incredibly important. 1 Muckraker never came up. 1 Phoenix also never came up. 1 Unicorn never came up, but again, probably the best Link 3 Fiend out there. Probably the only Link 3 Fiends out there. And then for the Link 4s, Abomination. Abomination actually helped me win a game against Labyrinth, just because he just destroys so much. So I think he had 2 Lady Labyrinths and a set card, so I attacked. Is that right? Yeah, so I attacked into the 1 Lady Labyrinth, and then used effect, popped the set card, and then during the end phase I blew up the second Lady Labyrinth, and I won the game. Yeah, Abomination was really good. Again, I never really got the chance to summon him very much, but when he did come up, he was game determinative. 1 Griffin, just a Fiend. Axis Code, never summoned him. Underworld Goddess, it's a Fiend, never summoned it. And then High Caesar. If you didn't notice, the new Unchained Souls, Shuyama and Shabara, are both level 6. So you make this thing. If you don't know what this card does, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that includes an effect to special summon a monster, you can attach material, negate the activation, destroy it. It also can make it another DD monster, can't gain 1800 attack, but you don't have another DD monster. The thing about this card, though, it's not once per turn, and it's not once per chain. And there are combos where you can end with an Unchained Soul of Rage plus this thing, which is like the best Unchained board going first, right? Unfortunately, though, when you make this thing, it's long after you are vulnerable to Nibiru, so that does kind of suck. But he was really useful. He's really good. All right, so that does it for the main and extra. Going on into the side deck. Side deck is kind of a mishmash. I kind of threw it together last minute. 2 Nibiru, 1 Droll, 1 Kurikara. This is for Pearly. The Droll was in here. I mean, probably should be playing more than 1 Droll, but I figured, if I draw it, I draw it. But I never sided it in, so it didn't really matter. 3 Evenly, 2 Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm's at 2, so I can't play more. And 1 Duster. 2 Dark Ruler. I'm considering cutting the Dark Ruler because Unchained can OTK going second. Maybe cut this for like, I don't know, maybe Nibiru's instead, Trolls, whatever. But I figured I can't really play into boards, and at least I can like establish mine and then try to make a comeback, because Unchained has a pretty decent grind game, I think. One Herald of the Abyss, also for Pearly, and then 2 Thrusts. So the logic behind Thrusts, because you might be wondering, wait a minute, we're not playing any like big blowout traps. In hindsight, probably should have been playing something like D-Barrier, but I wasn't. The logic behind Thrusts, though, is going first, or going second, you can obviously search things like Triple Tactics Talent, or Evenly Matched, or Lightning Storm, whatever you need. But going first, if they negate you for whatever reason, you can activate activate Thrust, and then set one of your Unchained cards. Because Thrust says that set card can't be activated, but you can still activate the effect, right? So you can go Thrust, set an Unchained card, and then use like Shuyama, use Rakea, use Aruha, blow it up, and you can still combo off. It didn't come up. I used it to the most I ever used it was I used it to search Abomination's Prism. That was it. But yeah, that does it for the whole deck profile as a whole. So I'm gonna give it a little bit. I'm gonna try to show you a simple combo. At least I can go right now. So yeah, I'll show you the combo right now. Just give me a second. All right, and thanks for the powder editing magic. We are back. So I figured out the combo. All you need to do it is you just need Tour Guide. That's all you need to do this pretty simple Unchained end board. So you go normal Tour Guide effect to summon Finish Rhino. I'm gonna link these two off and make Yama. Okay. And we're gonna go Yama Chainlink 1, Finish Rhino Chainlink 2. Finish Rhino is gonna send Shabara, and Yama is going to add Aruha. Alright, and then Shabara is gonna trigger to set an Unchained Solar Trap from our deck. It doesn't matter which one, we're just gonna use Escape for now, but it could be the other one. And then we're gonna Aruha effect, target the set, destroy it, and summon it. And then with Escaped effect, we're gonna summon Sarama. Sarama effect, target the escaped, set it, destroy. Aruha effect activates, we're going to summon Shuyama. Okay? Now, we're going to link these two off into Unchained Soul of Rage. Okay. And then we're going to activate the Shuyama effect, target the Sarama to destroy it, and then summon this thing back. Okay? So blow it up, summon this back. Okay, and Sarama's going to trigger and summon out one last Shabara. Or I guess in Japanese it's Shabara. Alright, now we have two level 6 fiends. So overlay these two for Caesar. There we go. That's the... Alright, so what do you have? You have now... You have Rage. You have Rage to link off a monster. You have Caesar to negate 2 effects to special summon. We also have here, we have the Escape to the Unchained. So just in case like something happens to Rage, you can blow it up, pop a card. If we choose to do that though, we'll trigger both Rage's effect to recur a fiend, so we'll get back like Sarama. And then we also trigger Yama's effect as a card got disturbed, you banish it, get back the Rage. So yeah, just in case like we didn't trigger Rage, we had to use this first, right? We can do it again, or we can do it to the monster. This is a hard one, so you can't like link off twice, unfortunately. But yeah, that's like the basic 1-card combo for Unchained going first. This is why Shuyama is a bit of a brick. I mean, you think the combo works if you open it, because Unchained monsters can summon from hand or deck, but you want to keep it in your deck for obvious reasons. And then, of course, you have 4 of the cards in your hand. That can be whatever you want. Hand traps, kaijus, whatever. So, that's going to do it for this deck profile. Please, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do whatever you do whenever you like a video on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.